guys, today we're going to be covering the objective of ratios, rates, and unit rates. I'm just going to kind of be explaining what they are. I hope you've seen them before, and talking about how we're going to use them. Definition number one. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities using division. A comparison of two quantities using division. Let's look at our VIC number one relating to ratios. Ratios can be written three ways. You can write them x to y using the word to. Way number two, you can use a colon, x colon y. Or way three, x divided by y, or x over y as a fraction. So those are the three ways that ratios can be written. X and y are called terms. So in our ratio, x and y, the quantities x and y are called terms. Remember that. You'll see it again. Example, write as a ratio. I want you to write the ratio of the number of triangles to the number of stars. So first, let's count. How many triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 triangles. How many stars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can write the ratio of triangles to stars as 4 to 6. We could also write it 4 to 6 using the word to, or 4 over 6. The ratio of triangles to stars is 4 over 6. Example number 2. Vowels to consonants in the words mathematics. So let's first figure out what's a vowel, what's a consonant. Consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant. Alright, so vowels to consonants. That means vowels needs to go on top or first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. 2, how many consonants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 to 7. We could also write that 4 colon 7 or 4 over 7. Remember, that is vowels to consonants. Order matters. Definition number 2. A rate is a special ratio that compares quantities with different units of measure. So a rate is a ratio, but it's a special type of ratio because it compares two things with different units of measure. For example, 150 miles in 3 hours. We have different units of measure. We have miles and hours. So 150 miles over 3 hours. What does that rate mean? That means we can go 150 miles in 3 hours. Notice here with rates, I generally write them as a fraction. 150 miles in 3 hours. Number 2, $12.50 for 5 pounds of apples. So it costs $12.50. 1 unit of measure is money for 5 pounds. Pounds are other unit of measure for 5 pounds of apples. So $12.50 for 5 pounds. That is a rate. Number 3. I know this is a random example. Don't ask. 36 butterflies on 12 flowers. That means we have 2 units of measure, butterflies and flowers. They're different, so it's a rate. So 36 butterflies over 12 flowers. So 36 butterflies for every 12 flowers. Those are rates, a special type of ratio. And definition number 3. A unit rate is a rate, but it compares two quantities, but the second quantity must be 1 unit. Again, unit means 1. So a unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1, or a unit of 1 for the denominator. For example, 50 miles in 1 hour. What does that mean? That means in 1 hour you can go 50 miles. Or for every 50 miles it takes 1 hour. That is a unit rate because the denominator is 1. Number 2. It is $2.50 for 1 pound. I don't know, 1 pound of flour. So for every pound of flour you buy, it's $2.50. That is a unit rate because the denominator is 1. Example 3. 3 butterflies on 1 flower. Basically, that means on every 1 flower you have, three butterflies. That is a unit rate because our denominator is 1. These are all unit rates. Now, this example example here is great when you're in real life in the grocery store. We look at unit rates, or we compare unit rates to see what the better price is or what the better buy is. So today we've learned what a ratio is. It compares two quantities. You can write them three ways. A rate is a special type of ratio that has two quantities with different units of measure, and a unit rate is a special type of rate with a denominator of 1. Tomorrow we're going to look at how to find unit rates and how to compare rates.